Okay, I'm going to do 29. Question 29. I mean, 28 is kind of similar. So, now then, these are squared terms, so now you're going to square root both sides, all right? This is where you square root both sides, because when you square root the 2x minus 5 squared, you're just left with 2x minus 5, okay? But we're careful, when you square root the 9, not square the 9, square root the 9, remember you get plus and minus 3. Remember that, you're going to get two answers. So let's do the algebra. I'm going to add a 5 to both sides. So add a 5 to a 3, and the 2x, which is left, will equal 8. Okay? So remember, I just added the 5 to this 3. So x is going to equal 4. Straightforward? Okay, x equals 4. Let's use the cat. Right, I'm now going to add a 5 to the negative 3. So what's that 5 and negative? It's positive 2, so 2x also equals 2. Is that right? So x equals a half, x equals 1 half. And those are your two answers right there. X equals 4 and x equals a half. Okay? Right, let's have a look at this bottom one here. This formula. Now sometimes people forget what number goes where. This is the P, the principal that you have right now. This is the amount in the future. So the 2022 is going to go on the left. The 1800 will go on the right because that's what you started with. It's 1 plus R. Don't know what that is, that's what I'm looking for, but I do know it's after 2 years, which is the T. Okay? First thing to do, divide by the number next to the letter. Do not subtract it, like some of our students seem to think you have to do. Okay? It's been multiplied, so you divide. Right, I'll need the calculator for that on the left-hand side. So 20, 22 divided by 1800 equals, right, 1.12, or 1.123. So we have 1.123 on this left. We've still got the 1 plus r squared by itself now on the right. And this is like doing the material above. If the question is squared, then you square root it to get just the 1 plus r. Okay, square root it. But I also have to square root this side as well. So I've done that to this side. So what's the square root of 1. Well, it should be still there, shouldn't it? Right, what's the square root? Is there a square root, or do I have to raise it to the power of a half? Remember that material? I'm going to raise it to the power of 0.5, which means square. I'm just square rooting it, okay? So 1.06, okay, 1.06 or thereabouts. So 1.06. You still have to take away the 1. Take away the 1. Well, can you see that's just 0.6, isn't it? 0.06 equals the rate. But don't forget that is 6%, and that's what you're right. 6% is the answer, okay? Right, last one on this page. Let's go down here. What's this one? Solve. Either complete the square or use the quadratic. Well, guys, go back and watch the videos for this. I'm just going to do the quadratic. Alright? I'm going to complete the square. Go back and watch the videos. So, the quadratic. A is 1, B is 4, and C is negative 6. So, negative B plus or minus the square root of B squared, which is 16, minus 4 times 1 times negative 6 will give me positive. Careful that. People make a mistake there. It's going to be positive 24. It's negative 4 with a negative 6 as well when you multiply. Alright, so that's that. All over 2. Alright, 2a. Now what's 16 plus 24? I'm going to keep erasing these bits, okay? 16 25, that's 40 inside there. That's 40. So I'll write 40 there instead. Okay. Now, again, we don't leave it like that. We're going to simplify it. No calculators. 40. What can I square root this into 40? Right, look at me 4. Okay, so again, I'm going to change 40 to 4 times 10. Okay, times 10. Okay, so here we go. I can square root the 4 to a 2. So negative 4 plus or minus 2 root 10 over 2. Everything here can be simplified. Okay, divided by 2. I'm going to get negative 2 plus or minus 1 root 10, or just root 10. Okay, and that's the answer. Please do not divide the 10 by the 2. It's inside a square root. Okay, there we go.